Well, I recently did an interview with Terrance Gangsta Williams, who's Birdman's half-brother.
Lil Boosie, thank you. Man, I'm at work when I got this word. I had to respond to this, man. I appreciate this one, baby. I really appreciate this one. Let's get down to the business at hand, my brother.
So check this out. What up, y'all? Real G's TV. We in the building. First of all, shout out to y'all. Shout out to my subs. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Real G's TV, we up in here. Try to keep it real G. Sometimes, you know, we might entertain some shit. You know, for the most part, we keep it real G over here, though. Even when we entertain it, man, we just real G. So, and go check out my son's page, Smacks D. SMACSDEE. He got a new song out. He 15 years old. He just wrote a song. And he tripped me. Well, he ain't even write it. He told me he freestyled. And it's called How I'm Feeling. I'm gonna play it on here. But go check that out. Smacks D. 15 years old, man. He stayed with me, lived with me, and everything. Ever since born from birth. Me, him, and his mama, and my other son. We all live together. So, first and foremost, Boosie was on Vlad. This is what I want to talk about. Lil Boosie. If you don't know who Lil Boosie is, he's a rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's been out for a long time. He got a nice career. Did a lot of things out here. Been to prison. Stand up in prison. Stand up guy. He, for what they call stand up. He did prison time for murder. They was trying to lock him up for murder or some shit like that. On his baby mama's brother. Someone had something to do with some shit like that. But anyway, he did his time. He got out. And so Birdman's brother is Gangsta. So Lil Boosie went on Vlad and was talking about Gangsta. And Gangsta is Birdman's half brother. And he was locked up for 23 years. I think Boosie did about 7 years. Gangsta did 23 years. They don't mess with Gangsta no more. When I say they, I mean the hood. This was some people from the hood. Birdman stopped messing with him, his brother, because they say he snitched to get out of jail. But what he snitched on was his dead homies. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to Boosie's commentary on Vlad. Boosie had a lot to say about this situation because he admired this dude from the hood, Gangsta, from Louisiana. He was known all over the hood, all over everywhere in Louisiana. Gangsta's name ring bells before he went to jail. That's always a rhyme. Gangsta name ring bells before he went to jail. So, everybody knew him, including Lil Boosie. He got stars and stripes and everything out on the streets. So let me let y'all hear what Boosie said about this dude before I continue.
Well, I recently did an interview with Terrance Gangsta Williams, who's Birdman's half-brother.
First of all, let me say this. Me and my brothers, we don't play that old half shit, nigga. We brothers, nigga. First and foremost, let me get that out the way. We don't play that half shit, man. We first and foremost, we brothers, bro. Let's go.
Now, you know about him.
Yeah.
Now, when I put the interview out, originally, we did the interview, and I had a contact for Birdman, a guy that had reached out to me and said that Birdman wanted to do an interview. He was just trying to, wait until we were in the same city or whatever else. So when we did the interview, I reached out and said, hey, by the way, just giving y'all a heads up that I got an interview with Gangsta.
Yeah.
You know, he don't say nothing negative about Birdman, nothing like that, but just giving y'all a heads up when it comes out. That set off a chain of events of basically me and Birdman got on the phone together.
Okay.
And Birdman was very respectful. He basically said, listen, you know, I fuck with you. I respect you. You know, we can do some business later on, but what you got going on with that dude ain't got nothing to do with me. So just basically, whatever y'all got to go over there, that's y'all's business. The interview came out, and there's been a lot of chatter about it. Now, you yourself heard some things and know some things about Gangsta.
I don't know no things. I heard some.
You heard some things.
Yeah.
What have you heard?
I heard he was real respected, you know. From me hearing about him and all those songs, you know, I had a special kind of respect for him as me being a G. I had a special respect for him, how people would rep his name and how people would rep his name.
Yeah, I mean, BG was named after him.
Yeah.
He was Gangster and BG was Baby Gangster.
Yeah. From what I know, he had a lot to go with a lot of things that was going on in the city.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of the original Hot Boys. The street crew, the Hot Boys, and they had New Orleans on fire.
Yeah.
A lot of shootings, you know, just a lot of mayhem during that time.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't know until we really did the interview was that when he came out, Birdman really wasn't messing with him.
Trying to figure out why Vlad didn't know that he was into it before the interview with his brothers, or not into it, but you know, whatever, they was at odds. Why he didn't know that? He do research on everything else. I just don't understand that, but let's go.
And BG had a problem with him as well. And from his point of view, it's because while he was locked up, he got life plus 20. And during the course of him doing the bid, he cooperated on a couple of murders that his friends did who were already dead themselves.
Did he just say he told on some people or his friends that was already dead? I think that's what he just said. Yeah, they dead.
Were already dead themselves. And his rationale was, yes, I cooperated, but I'm not putting anyone in prison. These dudes are already passed away. They can't be charged with anything, and I'm doing life plus 20, and this could potentially help me.
Oh, and I also gave him some murders with Sterling and Dooney. So some of my people that I'm at odds with now, even BG was upset about it too, because they was like, man, you know, you tell it on the dead. You know, I didn't look at it like at the time. I was like, well, you know, this is a way I can get up out of prison. You know, I'm not testifying on no one. You know, I'm gonna give them this here. They're gonna cut my time. Cool, you know, but
Birdman didn't see it that way. According to the interview, Birdman said, you know, we all sat down at the table when we made these rules, and you chose to break those rules. I mean, number one, do you think cooperating about someone who's dead, is that considered snitching in your book?
No, that's not snitching. They're dead. No one's going to jail for that, Boosie. That is not snitching. You can't say that's snitching. How is that snitching? Who's going to jail? What are your definitions of snitching? What is the definition of snitch in your book? These people are dead. Dead. Gone bye-bye. R.I.P. to them. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no bringing them back. They don't look bad. They dead. I know what my niggas will say. My dead homeboys will say, nigga, if you don't get your ass up out of jail, nigga, I'm dead. You gonna sit in jail for the rest of your life for me, and I'm dead, and they wanna know who killed who, and I'm dead, and you tell them that I did it, my homeboys will be whooping my ass from the grave. Like, bro, why the fuck didn't you say I did it? These niggas really give a fuck about me for real, nigga. My niggas that's dead, that for sure. Well, ain't no way in the hell he would have been like, man, why you ain't tell him I did it, nigga? I'm in jail. I don't understand, man. These niggas be going too far with this keep it real shit, these street shit, this thug shit, all this garbage, man. Nigga, my niggas would have been mad as hell. I'm sitting in jail and they dead. What kind of sense do that make? Kill two birds with one stone. Let me out. Them niggas killed them, man. They did. Them niggas would be begging for me to tell. Let's go, man.
Yeah, of course.
Why is that?
And how you know? Did he show you paperwork on it?
Well, I had actually looked up some of the things. So some of the stuff that he was saying, was based on.
I wouldn't believe that Vlad that he just did that and all that. Like he's not what he gonna get for that? Like I don't believe that. I had a real respect for Gangsta and the stories I heard about him, but that shit leave with me. I have no type of respect for him anymore. What I had for him, that was because of all the stories and all that. But once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Boosie say he gone. He erased him out his legend book. Cause he home. He wanted to come home. He was trying to come home. He erased out of your legend book. Like, man, don't nobody give a fuck about no Boosie legend book. And all due respect to Lil Boosie, man. You know what I'm saying? It could have been anybody. I'm just saying, I respect Boosie, man. I got nothing against Boosie. I always had respect for Boosie. I like Boosie. But this right here, he wrong on. I'm just saying. He wrong on this.
You out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
you haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
He about to set up 100 motherfuckers. That's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. Cause how all them niggas in that city stand up for Gangsta and Angola, man. Them niggas talk highly of this man. They stand on this nigga name.
I understand snitching, but these niggas is tripping. I'm talking about telling on the dead. Like, y'all rules is gone, man. That's just too many rules. Like, nigga, if I gotta deal with those street rules, I gotta stay in jail for the rest of my motherfucking life because I don't want to say that my best homeboy, this is my dog, my man, we brothers from another mother for sure, but man, there's no way that he's gonna say stay in the joint because I'm gonna tell on him, and it's gonna make him look bad from the grave. Like what? Y'all niggas is tripping out there in this Louisiana. Ain't nobody finna stay in jail for no nigga that's dead, man. I'm supposed to stay. I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna stay in here, man. I got family out here on these streets, and if I don't got no kids, cause I've been here for 23, I'm trying to have some kids. Get out of here, eat some good food, and live regular life, man. I gotta stay in jail and lay down. This is what you're telling me, stay in jail and lay down. Let's go.
Once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
See, the thing is, Boosie and them, Birdman and them, they been running around here rich all these years. They don't know what it's like to do 23 years in prison. Y'all go do 23 years in prison. See what that shit feel like. Cause I'm sure that shit don't feel good. Jail in the precinct for a couple days, for 72 hours feel like you ain't never coming home. Don't fuck what nobody say. I ain't never did no prison time. I done been if snitching on a dead man was in the contract though. Like why they got to pull that paperwork out. That's what I would tell if I was gangster. I said, man, show me where I said that though. I said snitching on niggas. You know, that mean getting niggas locked up, being in paperwork, informant, CI, all that. They ain't say nothing about telling us somebody that's dead. Y'all niggas going too far. Y'all gonna X me out. We're talking about some niggas in BR gonna be mad at me. Talk about that shit, nigga. I'm out here like you supposed to be free. No, I don't fuck with snitches. But to me, that's not snitching. That's being a man. That's what you call gangster. We gotta change this definition of gangster being a fucking that's being a guinea pig. How would you gonna be a guinea pig for a dead man? Well, I'm gonna let the police use me because they'll be calling me all types of stupid motherfuckers but not wanting to come home and tell on my dead homeboy. R.I.P. to him.
Once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork and
You haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
You know, he about to set up 100 motherfuckers. You know, that's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. You know, cause you know how all them niggas in that city stand up for gangsta and Angola, man. Them niggas talk highly of this man. You know, they stand on this nigga name. You know, and that shit hurted me to hear that nigga was out of jail and that nigga done got down. Cause them niggas in that city, they stand up behind that nigga. When I say Lee Luke, when I rep Baton Rouge and all my niggas, they gonna come up, putting down and staying solid and put in work in the streets, they say gangster. That's one of the good names they say. And that nigga fucked that up with real niggas in the penitentiary.
Again, who gives a fuck about that shit? About niggas that's being mad that's in the penitentiary. They want to come home too. Penitentiary ain't fun, and I ain't never been there. I'm just smart enough to know. I know plenty of people that have. I know that shit ain't fun. Everybody that go be like, I don't never want to go back to that motherfucker. That's hell on earth. Jail is the next best thing, next closest thing to hell. What they call it, jail. Hell jail. You want to go to jail? You want to go to hell? Try jail first. But it puts you in the mind of being in hell. Don't nobody want to be in there. And I can come home after I done did 23 years. Man, make it make sense, bro. Them niggas, you talking about them niggas in jail. I fucked up with them niggas, man. Them niggas ain't talking about shit. Them niggas ain't making no noise. Don't fuck about them niggas being mad. Nigga, they mad cause I'm at home. Oh man, that nigga told on somebody dead. He should still be in here. Man, if you niggas don't go lay down, eat some noodles or some shit, man, get the fuck up out of here, man. Talk to me about no motherfucking body that's dead, man. R.I.P. to them. But don't talk to me about that, man. Niggas dead, man. You talk about that shit tomorrow, nigga. I'm finna get out today. Then you promoting him. You already said that.
Nigga, fuck that up with real niggas in the penitentiary. And I say that, then I stand on my word about that. That's why I got pissed off with them niggas in that city. They bowed down to that nigga. They speak highly of him and baby them. And that nigga fucked that up for them niggas. Now when the niggas say that all niggas' names in BR, they ain't gonna be able to mention him. They gonna mention him with shit in his mouth. Cause the niggas hate rats up there, cause every rat got him up there. That nigga ain't have to do that, nigga. You laid back forever, nigga. You straight. You just gotta lay down, nigga, and pray. He trying to be like Keefer D. He trying to get some people to side and some people to side. Nigga, show us paperwork, nigga. Yeah, tell a district attorney write that down and say you did that. Tell a nigga, the motherfucker over the federal to come, and why he ain't vouching for you? Call him the Vlad TV on side you with the paperwork. Yeah, man, that shit don't go like that. Nigga be talking, nigga, you ride this shit out, nigga. BG riding this shit out, man.
See, he talking about BG, that's how you know he comparing BG to Gangsta. Everybody know BG went to jail for guns, man. Didn't go to jail for no 2 murders, for no murder. How you gonna compare that? Yeah, he gonna stand up for that shit. He ain't in there for murders. He in there for his guns that he had on him. You know, you can't compare that. That's how you know Boosie kind of don't understand what's going on, man. You gonna compare murders to guns? All right, if I can go out and get a CCW case and be out today. If I go do a murder, or if I'm caught up in a murder, they don't want to charge me if they got enough evidence to charge me with this murder. I ain't getting straight out that. You know what I'm saying? That both of those don't go together, Boosie. No. They don't go together, sir. You can't say that. You must be high. Smoking them damn backwoods and shit, man. I hit them too every now and then. But I really smoke vegans, man. Y'all niggas, my head be dizzy as hell off them backwoods, man. He also said you trying to be like Keefy D. Keefy D is the alleged suspect in the Tupac murder. Keefy D supposed to be, for those that don't know, Keefy D supposed to have been in the car, the Cadillac that shot Tupac and Suge Knight in Las Vegas that ended the late great Tupac's life. Keefy D is the uncle of Orlando Anderson. So Keefy D, Orlando Anderson, and 2 other guys was in the car. These guys is Crips. Keefy D supposed to pass the gun to one of the guys in the back. The guy in the back said, "Nah, I ain't doing it." Orlando Anderson is the nephew of Keefy D, and he's supposed to reach out the window and shot Tupac. Keefy D is out of jail right now. He's not in jail. He told his story. He got I can't remember what the word, but for his story about the Tupac situation, y'all can help me out if y'all want to help me out with the word, because y'all know what I'm trying to say. I hope his story for the Tupac situation, they wanted him to tell his side, and that Orlando Anderson did it, his nephew. He told that without being charged with anything, you know, because you ain't gonna be charged. You can tell us your story. And that's what happened. So now they trying to say, well, this was what Boosie's saying, that he trying to, Gangsta is trying to be like Keefy D. I don't see that. I never once did Keefy D pop in my head when I've listened to this.
BG riding this shit out, man. Day for day, real gangster shit. Yeah. Day for I ain't telling on nothing, man. I ain't breaking for nothing, man. Yeah. So you can't even mention them. Gangsta hurt my motherfucking heart, man. Them niggas rep for that dude up there, bro.
You say he ain't breaking for nothing, man. Come on, man. Boosie. Come on, man. You sound like you ain't got nothing to lose. You got everything to lose, man. Come on, you ain't breaking for nothing. You think you still in the hood. You ain't in the hood no more, man. You ain't got nothing to prove to niggas, man. Kids, don't do this. Don't go out like this. This is not the way. It's not the way either. I ain't breaking for nothing, man. A dead homeboy. And you just did 23 years. Let's keep saying this. And you coming home if you tell them your dead homeboy is dead. You act like they're alive. They're not alive, man. He did the right thing. Shout out to Gangsta, Terrance Williams. He called me turned that down, I wonder what you would have said, what you would have been talking about him. Like, he's a stand-up guy, boy. They wanted you to tell on some dead homeboys, and he could come home and he kept it 100. He ain't tell. He's still in there. All he had to do was tell that they did it. They did. You came on blast and said that. That would have sounded real fucking stupid. Everybody would have been like, what in the fuck is that? That man must be in there and turned him crazy. You sound drunk and Cooter Brown. Come on. So Gangsta had a video. He had a response, a clap back, as my cousin would call it. He clapped back at Boosie. And I want to put y'all up on his clap back. In the words of my cousin, the great comedian Michael Allen. 4C Gang, if y'all up in here and y'all checking me out, peace. What up to y'all? Stay safe. Stay out the way. Cause it ain't sweet out there. So here's Gangsta Williams' response to Boosie. Shout out to this man. I got all the respect in the world for this man. Can't be no dummy out there. Check him out.
Lil Boosie, thank you. Man, I'm at work and I got this word. I had to respond to this, man. I appreciate this one, baby. I really appreciate this one.
First thing that man said was thank you. Because you know that them speaking his name is a check involved. So shout out to Boosie for that too, man. Can't overlook that. He did. This could all be, it don't feel like it, but this could all be just for the views and to get Gangsta Williams money in his pocket without having to actually put money in his pocket. And it took him to the water and he drinking. Shout out to them, both of them. Shout out to you, Boosie, because I can't say you ain't do that. And I know you're smart enough to know that you're doing it. So shout out to you, Boosie.
I had to respond to this, man. I appreciate this one, baby. I really appreciate this one. Let's get down to the business at hand, my brother. You stated you X'd me out of your legend book. Let me just say this. I can hear it in your voice that you sound like a scorned fan. Always remember this. You can hide history, but you cannot erase history. So whether I'm in your book or not, it is what it is, bro, for a street side. Now, I also want to remind you that your book don't count to me. That's nothing to me. But at the end of the day, I go by the book of Allah, the Quran, Surah 101, Ayah 1 through 11. That's Surah Al-Qari'ah. Then you got Surah 66, Surah 66, Ayah 8. That's what I go by when I deal with the books. You said you had respect for me. No, you said you had respect for me due to what you heard in the streets. But it sounded like a contradiction to me with you, because you would say on one hand you had respect for me with all the stories you heard in the streets. That's why you had the respect for me. However, you lost respect for me because of the rumors of what you're hearing now. So which is it? It's like you picking how you want to feel, and I understand that you have a right to do that. Now, you say you could take the name Gangsta off. I could take the Gangsta off. Who are you to tell me what I can do? Bro, you from Baton Rouge, an hour from me. You know you must qualify to speak on me, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in the rap lane, matter of fact. You not even much a street dude. The dudes that you speak on in Angola, my homies that love me still to this day, always remember this, bro. Whenever somebody say they love you, if they truly love you from day one, no matter what you do or what you go through, they're gonna still love you regardless.
See, and that's another thing. Boosie really just should have stayed out of that shit, cause them brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? If you did feel like that about him, you should have just said no comment, man. I ain't got to comment on that.
still love you regardless. The same homies you speaking on Angola that you say stand on my name and respect me, that's the same homies when you went to Angola, behind Katrina, behind the storm, because they sent y'all out of the county jail. When you went there, those are the same homies that I reached out to make sure you was okay. And you know what they came back and say? Oh, he's good, he in protected custody. So when you get on Vlad and you be telling all these old wild, goofy stories about you was in Angola, man, you was in protected custody, man. You only made the Angola because of the storm. They had to move you all somewhere. So keep that in mind, bro. You know, I know the things. I just sit back and watch. But I couldn't pass this opportunity up. You on the big stage right now. And boy, you better get me another check. Boy, you rappers coming out the woodwork. I appreciate this one here.
Look how happy he is. He happy as hell. He's like, Boosie, boy, your boys talk about me. Y'all coming out the woodwork with this. I love it. I love it. He's happy. You know what I'm saying? He's like, boy, y'all boys getting me a couple dollars when I come home. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. So it ain't fake, because he's telling you, like, you don't have to do this, Boosie. You doing this, and I thank you for it. So I feel him on that, you know. Shit, keep on doing videos about me so I can keep talking and running it up.
You better get me another check. Boy, you rappers coming out the woodwork. I appreciate this one here. Now, let's address, you said I want to be like the guy at Kiefer D. First of all, it is what it is with my situation. I don't have a proof point to you and nobody else. I don't ask nobody for nothing. I don't call to kiss nobody butt. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. You know, the person like me or not. You know, I don't want nobody to pick sides and how you saying this one there with it, this one over there. Bro, people gonna believe what they want to believe. I am free. You also made a statement. Some gonna make it out and some not. Bro, listen to what you say sometimes. Sometimes we speak out of ignorance. Some gonna make it out and some not. Boosie, I made it out. I was one of the ones that made it out. You also bring up the homie BG. And this is with respect to BG. You can't compare the two of us.
I told you can't compare him and BG. That's not a comparable situation. Those are two totally different cases. Everybody's case is different, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if they told BG right now to snitch on his homeboys that he bought the guns from and his homeboys was dead, I guarantee you he'd tell. I guarantee you he'd tell. That's not snitching. You have to be getting ready to lock. Somebody has to be on their way to jail, and you giving the police information to help them put those people in jail. Said party. You have to be helping said party on their way to the joint. You know, so that's not snitching, bro.
You also bring up the homie BG. And this is with respect to BG. You can't compare the two of us. I was charged with an 848 continual criminal enterprise, solicited to commit murder, and was sentenced to life for 2 murders I was never indicted or charged with. So that crap you talking about, BG not talking, BG this and that, BG was charged, BG had a gun case and was given 14 years, was given a release date from the door. I was never given a fighting chance. They didn't even let me go to trial. They just gave me life for 2 murders I was never indicted for. Now, you mentioned religion. I know there's a lot of you all like to mention religion with street stuff. You say get in there and pray. Bro, I prayed for 23 years, 10 months, and God answered that prayer. It was the cut of Allah to have me released. Because you got to keep in mind is this. Had I not took the road I took to get out of prison and died in prison, and when I meet my Lord on the day of judgment, on Yama Kiyama, and say, Ya Allah, I prayed and asked you to release me, and you never released me. The only thing I can think of, what the Lord gonna tell me, or may tell me, because Allah knows best what He's gonna say, is, guess what? I gave you opportunity to get out. You let it pass you up. God give us the intellect to think, you know? And common sense is free. All you gotta do is use it sometimes, Boosie. But like I said, I understand, that, you heard about these wild gangster stories and you took it and ran with it and you believe that, but yet you won't believe all the other stuff. This stuff is just wild, it's crazy. But I get it, people gonna believe what they want to believe. People gonna say, they believe this. and all that's fine. But at the end of the day, I don't know you. Man, you never had a conversation. Only thing you sent word when you first got locked up, tell Gangsta what's up, you were trying to send me your book. But other than that, bro, I don't know you. You never sent me a dime of Chinese money when you went home. So all that real legend book and all that, the dudes in your legend book, do you look out for them? Do you take care of them? The guy that took the choice for you, you ain't but help this man get a lawyer. But you get on Vlad and speak like you got so much morals and principles, but yet you wild out and do goofy stuff yourself, you know? But like I say, I really appreciate this. Thank you very much for this. It's another check for me, bro. I really appreciate it. Cause I'm monetized now.
You know what I'm saying? Another check for him, man. So, you know, Boosie, shout out to you for helping this man get a check, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the least you can do. You're gonna jump in their little business, them brothers, man. You know, they might end up taking him back. Then you gotta say, I ain't messing with Birdman and Cash Money and Slim and them no more. And I know you love them. Now, what if they do that? Because that's their brother. Now you caught looking crazy, like you done jumped in a relationship with your sister and her man, and you done went over there and got into it with this nigga, and now they back together, and you and him ain't kicking it no more. You gotta stay out of that type of shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's family business, homie. You ain't even supposed to speak on that. Let that man do whatever he did. Let Birdman be mad. Birdman can be mad. They brothers, but he might get over it one day. They brothers, man. Or he might see his plight one day. He might understand it. He might understand his plight. You know, you got to stay out the way of that shit sometimes, Boosie. Let them men do what they gonna do. That's his brother. He look just like him. Sound like him.
Thank you very much for this. It's another check for me, bro. I really appreciate it because I'm monetized now. So as long as I make sure that I keep the right content, respectfully give it to the people, a check, baby, you know? And I can honestly hear it in your voice. Now, if you acting, but then again, you do movies, so you may be a good actor, you know, because the way you was on Vlad, how you with the raising a high-pitched voice to come on down with it. I don't know if it's the drugs that had you all discombobulated like that, but at the end of the day, man, you know, you sound like you're strong, like you know, like I really did hurt you, like I was really your street hero that disappointed you. But Boosie, I tell you what, you and all the people who are against how I got out or mad that I got out, whatever the case may be, you go do that time. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I'm out here on these streets now. I'm enjoying life. I don't live a gangster life no more. I know how that feel to live that. Now I have a job. I pay taxes.
That's what I'm saying. He like, y'all don't do that time. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to do it, then go ahead and do it. Do the rest of your life in jail. I respect this dude, man. I respect him. Because, man, shit, you have to get on up out of there, man, and live your life, man. Anybody in their right mind is not going to be worried about no niggas on the street respecting me no more. Niggas, fuck them niggas, nigga. About me telling on my dead homeboy, nigga. Telling ain't cool. Being a snitch ain't cool. Don't snitch on nobody to let them go, to make them go to jail. Now, niggas always be talking about, I ain't snitching on niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be tripping, man. I done lost what the fuck I was about to say, because I'm smoking on this shit, but man, niggas kill me. Don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. That ain't snitching. That's telling on somebody that's dead. How y'all niggas gonna politic on snitching? Like, y'all selective politicking on snitching. That's not snitching. You gonna be mad at this man for coming home. Don't snitch. That shit crazy.
I really appreciate it because I'm monetized now. So as long as I make sure that I keep the right content, respectfully give it to the people, check, baby, and I can honestly hear it in your voice. Now, if you acting, but then again, you do movies, so you may be a good actor, because the way you was on blast, how you with the raising a high pitched voice to come on down with it. I don't know if it's the drugs that had you all discombobulated like that, but at the end of the day, man, you sound like you strong, like like I really did hurt you, like I was really your street hero that disappointed you. But Boosie, I tell you what, you and all the people who against how I got out or mad that I got out, whatever the case may be, you go do that time. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I'm out here on these streets now. I'm enjoying life. I don't live the gangster life no more. I know how that feel to live that. Now I have a job. I pay taxes. I'm out the way. But I will say this. For all the big guys who got big following, when you say something about me, I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to entertain you because it's a check for me. Now all those who have less followers than I have, when you shoot at me, you can miss me with it because I would not respond. I repeat, for those who have big following, if you feel you want to say something about Terrance Gangsta Williams, I will respond accordingly. It depends on I'm not busy. However, those who don't have more followers than I have, I will not respond to you because I can't get nothing out of that. I'm only helping you. In this case, Boosie said, listen, y'all, go and look at the ratings, the views that this man have. This man just had like 300,000 views talking about Terrance Gangsta Williams, how he is hurt, how I hurt his heart. And it ain't been a whole day. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? But I would say this. My business is my business. If I choose to go to the world and tell the world, hey, this is what it is, blah, blah, that's what it is. But at the end of the day, I don't ask nobody for nothing. I don't beg nobody for nothing. I take care of myself. I pay my own bills. I'm in my lane, bro. I'm out here just trying to reach out to the at-risk youth and give it to them now because, like I say, I know how I feel to be in that gangster life. I know how I feel to be in prison. I don't want that. I don't ever want to go back to prison. This is what I chose to do. This is why I chose to go. But now, I want to address the gangster part. I keep the gangster on there because a lot of youth know me as Terrance Gangsta Williams, or know me as Gangsta. So when they hear that name Gangsta, they okay, yeah, I heard about him from the Cash Money store, like you see the rappers and things of that nature. Now, once I grab their attention, then I can give them, hey, this is not the road you want to go down. You don't want to play this game. So that's why I keep that gangster attached to me. It's not for the glorify or be boastful that, yo, I'm a gang from street life. My work spoke for itself. But you got a lot of people that say all that work is dead. But I would say this. I'm gonna give this to my people that I love and that love me. Because when you made a statement about me wanting to be like Keefy D, go back and listen to BG's song when him and Hot Beats was dissing me in 2011. They got a video they made and they got the paperwork where he say, man, he telling on the dead. They been had that paperwork, bro. You late. Like I said, cause you from Baton Rouge, you out from it, you don't know what's going on. So that's why at the end of the day, you man, stay in your lane, mind your business. But at the end of the day, the man did ask you, and I could tell that was sitting on your heart, and you got a chance to vent. But man, listen, you're doing a lot of good things, with the movies and things of that nature, man. Stick to that, bro. I ain't in the game. I'm not in the street no more. I done gave that stuff up, bro. I done gave it up. So whoever disappointed or mad with me, it is what it is. Allah allowed me to be free. And for those who are religious people, you gotta be mad with God. This was God's plan. God is the best of planners. Now I gotta get back to work. This work called for me. I got to work, bro. I'm a working man now. I'm out, man. Peace.
Like he said, y'all putting God's plan in front of y'all putting the street shit in front of God's plan. If it was God's plan, like y'all believe, then why don't y'all let it go the way it's supposed to go? This is what was in the plan, man. Y'all be so religious. Why even mess with it? Can't be mad at that man. Shout out to Lil Boosie, man. back speaking, he might have been dying down a little bit. I don't know. I ain't really been keeping up with him, man, but it seemed like he always on top of his shit, so I don't know. He might have wanted to spark, he back on Vlad, you know. So, you know, he gonna get the check off Vlad every time. Vlad wanna talk. Boosie gonna come do it. I ain't mad at that. He getting his money. So you can't be mad at Gangsta for, you know, getting his money. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Tell me what y'all think about that situation, man. And what would you do if you was in that situation? And go follow the Real Hot Boys, Gangsta Williams. That's his page, Terrance Gangsta Williams, the Real Hot Boy. I think that's the name of his channel. Original Hot Boys. The original Hot Boy, I think. Terrance Gangsta Williams. Go check him out. Shout out to him. I think Boosie had a channel. I shout his out to. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, man. It ain't no realism. It ain't no Gangsta took away and none of that shit for nothing he did. Cause he didn't want to deal with that shit, man. He wanted to get up out of jail, man. Some niggas was dead. So, man, RIP to the dead niggas. And shout out to Boosie, shout out to Gangsta, shout out to Birdman and all them and everybody, man. Real G's use these. Y'all stay out the way, man. It ain't sweet out there. Stay out the way, stay safe.